nothing cause we lost them already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Lachlan Edwards has it on the tee and ready to go. And we are underway from the Superdome. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Erickson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The fumble recovery. It's Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. Here's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. He's going to get it running right. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal.
21. 22.
Now Ryan. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake. Erickson. Flush to his right. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Back to throw. Erickson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. This is Lewis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long. It's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a handoff running off tackle right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the gun, Erickson. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Operating from the gun, Erickson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run. This is Lewis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now Ryan on second down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
There we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the toss, Lewis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to loft one, and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now Foreman. And he stopped immediately there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Ryan. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing again, Erickson. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Erickson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Get up!
On 2nd down, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Get up!
Ryan now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Ryan. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run with Thompson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Thompson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Telvin Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st down, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. It was the free safety, Jordan Poyer, that time there to make the play in coverage. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. The intended receiver there, Allen. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Eric Kendricks. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Erickson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Erickson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And take it right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Anthony Barr in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Thompson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off play action. Erickson looking deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
11.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll power his way up near the 25. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. From the gun, Ryan, he sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan over the middle. That's caught by Ross. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Let's go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
3rd and goal, option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Erickson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Lions on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Ryan in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken up around the 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's caught inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Off play action. Erickson. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Chris Thompson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are back within a score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Tuesday.
Ryan to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Lions, the win will move them to 7-2.
I sound